He was very dismissive.
What?
Dismissive?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, we're not talking some PS5 exclusive.
Anyway.
Or PS4 exclusive.
Yeah, Nick. We feel you. We know someone who's like that. Right, Casey?
Right?
Yeah. And all of Atlas turned.
Well, I was wondering if Lechikia
No!
reached that
Leave
point.
Alex and Dot alone!
The digger he dig. The deeper
he dug.
I was so
The digger he dug.
I'm sorry, that
Why
was
is the guy missing part of his brain correcting
The
tonight?
digger he did. What's going on with this episode? Woo! All right. Hello.
Hi.
Welcome to the most.
Check 1 2. Check.
What's the word of the day?
Welcome to the most inflated podcast in the world. This is definitely an inflated podcast, and I mean as inflated. I'm not. Oh man, I am like. Oh, there you go. And when I mean about inflated, I don't mean as fat or big or. I know, right? I don't mean it like that. Inflated is another word for exaggerated or hyperbolic or hyperbolized, hyperbolized
Words today.
podcast.
Hyperbolized for those of you who couldn't hear.
Do you want to do this adjective?
I was just translating for you.
All right. Overblown or overdrawn, outsized, and it's because we exaggerate a lot of things, and this is We Are Not Dead podcast.
Never.
This podcast is a podcast of We're Alive Descendants.
Yep.
Right now we're doing We're Alive Chapter 19. So past AJ, if you listened to that one episode last week, it's not Chapter 18, it's Chapter 19, and this is story 2 of 3. And we are doing Dwell in the Past Part 2. If you haven't listened, to the current podcast, current episode, please go and listen to that because this has a lot of Waka's distracting me. A lot of information, and you're gonna get spoiled. And there's
Maybe
so
I should
many
be
things.
doing this intro. What's up, bro? What's up? What's your name?
Anyway, so listen to that first because you're gonna get spoiled and you're not gonna enjoy it unless you're a specific person who know who you are. Anyway, my name is AJ.
Waka.
Jay.
Ace.
Welcome.
Welcome.
God, dude, it's never gonna happen.
Okay, a second and a half. We got.
Jay knows my pain now.
I do.
Jay knows
I do.
my pain.
It is hard. You think you
gonna
have it right, and then that delay just is killer. So it probably should be that Ace, you shouldn't wait. You should just go straight into it. And so
that's why a lot of the time I try to say "and" right before I do it because it triggers you guys.
yeah.
But the delay's still happening. Anyway, we're not gonna do a little bit of. We're not gonna do. What do you think about this episode? Because this episode has a lot. It's a lot.
Does.
It's an hour of
It's a
pure
lot of
information, and there's so much stuff that. I would say questions that we've asked before and then we completely forgot because there's so many more questions that had happened and now it got answered and I'm like, dude, it's like an itch that's finally got scratched and it's amazing.
That's exactly it.
It's so good. It's so good.
Before we get started, what's my favorite thing about shows, games? What is my favorite thing about all of it? Lore.
Yes.
That's all this episode was.
Yeah.
Not just the lore drops.
All right. And I love that
crazy.
we didn't even get a chance to like talk to Tanya. No, we're going underground. Let's get into it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Tanya wanted to talk to us.
You wanted info? Nah.
Yeah, no. Oh, we're not gonna tell you. I'm not gonna tell you where I've been. I'm just gonna go into it. Anyway, Dwell in the Past, part 2. Now we continue the episode with Tanya taking care of Nick. We can hear Tanya, curing, patching Nick. And Nick, of course, complaining because it hurts. Come on, guys, stop. He's not just a whiner. It makes sense why he's whining, okay?
Does it?
But you sit. I'm trying. Ow. Whew. This is a pretty nice medical facility you have here. It's very clean.
Well, it has to be. Otherwise, all my testing and research would be worthless.
Wait, you're still doing that?
Never stopped. Now, hold still. Almost done.
It's not totally sterile. I mean, you do sleep in this room.
Oh, hush.
So, no permanent damage?
Missed everything vital in your midsection. Gonna be sore for a while, though. There. That should do it.
All right. Damn. Pretty good at that, Grandma.
Plenty of practice. Can't tell you how invaluable a good stitch is in today's world.
Tanya, you any good with a pair of scissors? I definitely need a haircut after that singeing.
Hey, Dean, actually, I could shave it all off if you like. I think it'd be a really good look.
Yeah, rather burned than bare. I have a weird-shaped head as it is.
Oh, yeah. You could say that again.
You are lucky where you got hit, Nicholas. Clean entry and exit. $1 million bullet right there.
I should have collected it. Could have been rich.
Says good.
More and more like your father every day.
You're telling me.
Okay, hold on. You guys say that like it's a bad thing. Will, what's wrong? You didn't want to come in? Too squeamish, huh?
Oh, no. I just was reading up on the caverns.
Nick complimented the facility being clean and nice. Dean critiqued it and he said it's not totally sterile since you sleep here. And Tanya said, "Shh, shut up."
That's too relatable. I don't like it.
Now Tanya said that the bullet missed some vital organs and it's $1 million bullet. Nick said he should have kept it, which is funny because being where they are right now, dollars does not cost anything. Tanya responded as, "You started to sound like your dad every day," to which Pegs agreed. It's true.
Which dad?
This is funny because it's a complete, like, this is like a nod to the rest of the episode on how the dad, sounding just like his dad. And oh, dude, it's so connected. Everything is so connected, Casey. This episode, we say this all the time, but this episode is well written. This whole podcast, this whole thing is well written. And we can see this here in this episode, how everything is just connecting. It's amazing. Now, Nick went outside the room and saw Will. Of course, what he's doing? Reading. He's reading the museum.
It's weirder if he's not.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah. Oh, he's not in that room? And Nick said, "Are you squeamish?" "No, bro." I'm like, "Squeamish? I live in Prim."
Dude, that's such a fact, though.
That's his only hardcore rap on his
exactly.
resume. It's like, so what do you do? Here, I'm from Prim.
Yeah, exactly.
Just right there in the top
Yeah.
in bold letters.
He said, "You're squeamish." "Dude, I lived in Prim." This same energy as Alex. Alex telling Dot, "I got this." "Nah, bro, I'm Dot." Now they're heading down the elevator. Pegs is not coming, of course, and Dean is staying to listen to radios.
I'm good staying too. I'll keep an ear to the radio, make sure we're in the clear and the Republic isn't circling back. Also, I've been trying to establish communication with Westport.
Oh, do you need help with that?
Thanks, but I got this covered. It's kind of my specialty, radios and stuff, so... Why don't you just go with Nick, man?
Oh, okay. Yeah, hey, just let me know if you ever need anything.
Oh, from you. Okay, will do.
And then Will offered to help. This whole interaction is very interesting because it
My heart went out to him.
It continued on what happened earlier scene while they were walking and things like that. And
I
then
wanted to fight Dean.
yeah,
I didn't like the way they
Stop hating on my boy.
He was very dismissive.
What?
dismissive.
Wow.
Stop
It's a
calling
bad
him
day
this.
when Buggy's the one who has to correct
Oh,
me on my
karma! Remember?
English. He was very dismissive of him and hyperbolic. That's not even the same
Hyperbolized,
word.
I know.
But yeah, so it was kind
This
of bugged me.
makes-
He just basically ignored him. So I can definitely see some tension building between them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like the two of them are gonna get real tight though, because something's gonna happen where Will's gonna have to like save the day and do something smart, something in his wheelhouse, and then Dean's not gonna be able to do it, or he's gonna be like, "No, move, let me do it." He's like, "Done." He's like, "Oh."
R.I.P. Will.
Like, I can just see that happening, and I can't wait for that because I love Dean. I love my family members, but don't you dare mess with my boy Will.
Yeah.
See,
That boy needs to be protected at all costs.
The dynamics between those two is like you guys said, there's tension. It's like I was wondering, is Dean just doubting his skills because Will wanted to?
I think so.
He's showing off his family side for sure.
I was going here, and so Dean declined the offer confidently. He said it's his thing. Will offered again, and Dean was like, "Oh, from you?" So I don't think. So here's the thing. I don't think he's being rude or anything. I think Will is just trying to be helpful and useful, and Dean might be a little. He might be a little competing, but at the same time, he's confident. Like, this is my thing. You know what I mean? Like, telling Will,
it's the family
this is my job.
cockiness.
Right. Absolutely.
Like, when they're doing their job, they're like, nobody's going to do it better than me, so no. Like, and it has nothing to do with trying to dismiss somebody or something like that. One, it's this kid he doesn't know, and that just tried to have a social interaction that interrupted him and his best friend. So he's like, okay, you're now in Dean's eyes, this is just a weird kid that showed up.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's not somebody with an insane set of skills yet. And I feel like once that happens, it's going to create that dynamic shift. But right now, he's just a weird kid.
I guess that answers my question and thought. Like, so Dean is more book smart versus Will being street smart, although he read a lot of books.
I think both of them are both.
Yeah.
It's just Dean doesn't know. Dean just met this dude.
Yeah,
he hasn't seen anything.
Well, both of them
I'll give
didn't
him
know. They both didn't know each other. They didn't know.
Yeah.
Will wasn't sure if Dean knows all of these things. That's why he offered himself. At the same time, Dean didn't know that Will is very knowledgeable. And I mean, even Tanya was blown away.
I think there's a little more.
They're literally stepping into each other's wheelhouses without knowing it or meaning to.
Right. I put it in here. So with the earlier interaction, I think Will is trying to be like, hey, I'm also a friend of Nick, right? Can I be part of your group, right? But here on the other side, I feel like Dean is like, no, you're not taking my best friend. I was his friend first, But it's true. It sounded so dismissive when he's like dismissive.
See, it's not always an easy word.
No, you didn't see his face.
What's wrong with y'all?
You didn't see his face.
I'm the one missing part of my brain, and I'm the one trying to correct
I was making
you.
fun of him.
It's good to be back in the room.
I know, right? There's no delay with the jokes. Anyway, he was like, his reaction from you, like,
Yeah.
oh, okay. You know what I mean? It's like, dude, just at least, like, okay, if I need anything, I'll ask you. Nothing.
Yeah.
It is very cocky for sure.
But man, hear this boy out. He gonna smack you silly once he brings it out.
Right, exactly. No,
Once he brings out that
absolutely.
skill, he gonna smack you silly.
Now Tanya called
me.
Tanya called an infected to come. Will asked if there's any different species. Tanya said that they aren't all from the same tribe, but they share the same behavioral nature. Man, we're getting into this. Whew, there's so much. She said that the violent tendencies wasn't passed down. Will said it's from their recessive gene. Tanya said their mind quieted. They're further genetically from the initial infection. They're more connected and grounded. And then this is amazing. Nick said she has green eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was so happy it finally got brought up. Because that answered such a massive question that we've had for a very long time about the eyes.
Yeah.
And so it was cool that it wasn't exactly going into the detail of why they're green eyes specifically, but it went into detail about their eyes, which is the thing that, obviously we were looking at it for the green specific reason, but like it became such a more wide, largely arched answer.
Yeah. Well, because I think the more clouded your eyes is, the more chaotic your head.
The more animalistic you are.
Yeah. So and this makes sense why Ink has green eyes. Because he's grounded. He knows what he's doing. He definitely knows what he's doing, and he like planned this whole thing.
It starts to make sense on literally the transformations too. As their eyes got cloudy, they started losing more and more of themselves.
Yeah.
And so when it would go into that descriptor, it's like, oh, you're literally watching the animalistic. It's not just them turning, because you'd see in some moments where some of their eyes, like Datu, started getting a little bit of graying early on, but he was still Datu.
He was still clear too.
Right.
Yeah, he was like, they were cloudy, but they weren't like completely smoked out.
Right. Now Randy's completely different story because Randy's just smart. And that's the way the way they were explained that if you were smart in real life or when you were alive and you're dead, you're smart.
But I don't remember it ever discussing like the specifics on his eyes, even like what if his weren't as cloudy, like not green, but just not as cloudy.
Right, but I feel like if it's that distinctive, I feel like it will be mentioned. You know what I mean?
Potentially, because
like his eyes is like a little similar to ink.
The whole pod is all about perspective. It's all about perspective, so it could be something that they didn't look for. They're like, they're cloudy, we don't care.
Right. Yeah.
Not they're smoked versus you can see a little bit of color. The first time we hear about color is specifically because they're green.
Right.
And that's because that's a very rare thing in and of itself.
Yeah. Well, another green eye person that we know was isn't the counselor from Scouts Honor?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah. Wasn't he green eye? I know they never mentioned about the maid, but she was grounded, Mm-hmm. They never mentioned she has a green eye. Yeah. She recognized Zach.
Yeah, and she was definitely not animalistic.
Right.
No.
But it's cool because this episode showed the different degrees of people turning all of a sudden.
Right. I mean,
it's not just, oh, you turn, you bad, or you turn, we run. Like,
right. Yeah.
It's saying there's different ways that people can turn, and where it's very interesting now thinking about the fact that when they turn and they become animalistic, it's almost like because they're inheriting so many traits from a dead, like kind of very like Aztec-y kind of history.
Right. Yeah, and then we went from there. Tanya said that she does, and that her eyes is green and less cloudy, sign that she has clear mind. And then Will said like Bill. Now Bill has both. It's green and cloudy.
Yes.
So he's both grounded and animalistic, which I mean we can see. We have seen what happened to him until he turned, and it's completely black. Yeah. And then this makes me happy because it's like my theory from the last time is a little bit true. Okay, it's not a whole truth, but at least Tanya said that I heard about that. I heard someone like that before, and I wrote
I think she encountered him.
I think so too.
That's what my thought process.
It made me curious if it was that kind of situation. Where
right.
It was the same one.
Yeah.
But it could be that same one. She could have just met another one. Could have met Fredo for all we know. Like,
yeah.
Fredo.
I can't wait for Fredo to come back.
So we find out the infected name is Noha, and she calls Tanya Ya'at, which is mother, and Noha means egg. Tanya explained that they say peace all the time, and that's what they want. Noha called Will thin. Tanya finally found out that Nick is immune from Will. Nick doesn't want Pegs to know. And then we went with
That's understandable.
Right,
Stupid,
absolutely.
But understandable.
Right. Noha is smelling Nick, which eventually we're gonna find out why. And she gave him a new nickname, Blood, which is so interesting because I don't think there's any connection to this. But what house is Vera from?
Why are you making this connection now?
Isn't she from Bloodborne?
You mean Blackburn?
Blackburn. I thought it was Bloodborne.
It's like, wait, what?
Bro,
That's why I was like,
Bloodborne.
where is
Bloodborne
this
is a
supposed
game.
to
I
go?
have no idea
Bloodborne
where
is a
you're
I
going
don't know
with
why
that
I
either.
put it right
Bloodborne.
now.
You must have seen the game that says Bloodborne.
Yeah, I know. I don't know. I put it in.
Yeah,
here.
we're not
Wasn't it
talking some
Bloodborne?
PS5 exclusive.
Anyway.
Or PS4 exclusive.
Okay.
Called out.
Dang.
Will hypothesis is their language is intrinsic, part of their instinct, or base genetic. Tanya was blown away with Will. Tanya asked if Prim is some sort of learning institution.
That was funny.
That was
Yeah,
interesting.
something like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
You learned a lot. That's for sure.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
So going back to that, Tanya explained that they say peace all the time, and that's what they want. I think we're gonna go talk about that in a moment here, but I'm gonna talk about it now. It's interesting how Nick went from agreeing with Friedrich in Dragon, right?
Yeah.
In the Red Dragon, and attacking the real enemy, which is them, and now going to Tanya defending this infected
Them.
and they want peace. So it's definitely like Nick's brain is scrambled right now. Like he's been
Yeah, I
fighting,
agree.
against this enemy. This is the main enemy. These are the main enemy, and you're telling me that they want peace? What? And then coming from Friedrich, who's like him and Friedrich were agreeing. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
they're so connected and aligned with everything. That
He literally said he almost won me over. Like,
right, and to the point that he
It's
asked
that
him.
intense.
He said, "Hey, you're not effing around about this, right?" He said, "Yeah, I'm for sure. We're about killing all of them, eradicate every single one of them."
Yep. Gone.
And now Tanya's like, "No, they want peace," and Tanya's on their side.
You know how Nick said that he feels like he's hiding something? Do you think that Friedrich is hiding? I know we agreed. We all decided that Tanya and Friedrich never met, but do you think there was a chance that they had?
So this brings me back to my question. This brought me back to my question that we did talk about last week. So if we agreed that potentially, it's not 100%, we don't really know, maybe they've met, but potentially they didn't meet. Remember Friedrich said they had one before that worked for them and it's immune and now it's gone or died. So it's Tanya or someone else. There might be someone else out there.
Yes, there could be.
Yeah. And they probably tested the blood and found out that, oh, crap, it can cure an infected. But we don't want that. We want to eradicate them.
Well, what's interesting is it also sounds like the cure happens naturally too.
Well, we're going to see that later on because I don't think based on the conversation later on, I don't think it's just them. Right?
That are immune?
Yeah.
No, I would say there's others because there's probably
Yeah,
other
yeah.
descendants. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Speaking of Descendants,
I was gonna say.
Yeah.
my lore drop that I'd been waiting for.
I know. This is like, remember all of our theories about Descendants? Like what Descendants mean?
Yeah,
Bro,
that just
it's
clicked to me,
all
by
of
the way.
them. Almost all of our theories with Descendants. It's this.
Right.
It's all of them are right. Like what is Descendants? Except for the family one, because that one is kind of still there. But Descendants. It's this Descendants, which is them. Saul and Ink Descendants, which like, oh my gosh, it makes so much sense. Every single one of our theories is getting answered.
Yep.
And they're right.
Well, I would say. I mean, it's curious if he meant descendants for simply one of those.
Yeah.
And that it, like if this was the reason for it is that the immune are descendants of the ancients. That would be interesting if that was the pure one. And so Casey this whole time is just chuckling at us like, nope, that's not it. But it was close.
Tanya was blown away with Will. Nick asked why Tanya sent them where the cave was. That's when Tanya's stuff acting up. Girl is changing, or dodging the question.
Dodging the question.
The answer, yes.
Why did you send me there? Oh God, hold on. Oh God. Anyway.
All right.
That whole that whole episode that she was going through just reminded me of Datu. where he was
Yes,
fading.
I didn't hear. It definitely is kind of like Datu. I think there is part of it is Datu's and what's happening to her.
I'm trying to explain why I did any of this. It's not easy. But the only way it'll make any sense is if I take you down below.
Come on now. How can that make any difference? You're saying that I should, trust you now? After sending me and the others into a damn meat grinder, Grandma?
Do you think I would ever willingly put you in danger? I sent you there, but others were supposed to go too. They were meant to keep you safe.
Oh, them. The followers. That's who you told?
They believed in the cause.
Well, whatever cause you convinced those people to have, well, guess what? They ended up letting out some fucked up infected that ink had trapped inside. Called it coal. Pitch black skin, fast and strong. And it killed every single one of those followers.
You saw it?
It was a complete blur. We were lucky to get out of there alive. Most of my team that went with me died. And the few who survived were captured and sent to Prim to be killed in some other fucked up way by the infected. Now, is that what you were expecting, Grandma?
No, not at all. That wasn't supposed to happen. Nick, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, me too.
Tanya explained that they are supposed to meet him there and protect him. That's why she sent him the journal to meet them at the Ink's cave, and then all of them, including Nick, will go to Lechugia. That was the initial plan.
Yeah.
Until Waka here laughing while he was listening to this podcast, and he said, "Bunch of idiots dug too deep."
Yeah, I knew it was the plan. I was like, what if they were meant to meet with the clown? Yeah, and that's all that happened.
Yeah,
but if it wasn't for that, they would have met.
Yeah, y'all were right with that.
If it wasn't for that, I mean, and now we're just backtracking for a little bit. If they didn't dig deep, they would have ended up meeting with Westport, which we still haven't figured out how they got that signal out there.
What signal?
The first group that went out there. They received a signal going to that area, but they ended up getting connected with Nakoma. So what I'm trying to say is that the initial
the first group that went there,
that went with the Black Hawk,
before
Lisa's
they got
group,
attacked.
Lisa and Alex.
Yeah.
So I don't know how their group got out there.
I think it's surveillance. They might have been a surveillance there, and then the one of their detector got triggered. Hey, there's some people in here.
Oh.
Because they're still covered. Because remember, CJ's spot is close to that place.
Shoot. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Like someone's in this place digging into something or
Dunbar.
Yeah, Dunbar. Because I think if I'm wrong, I think they said that they sealed the arena, but even Westport people don't go in there, but they survey it.
Dunbar, yes, because Dunbar's just right out of the wall.
No. I'm talking about Westport and the arena itself, where Datu died and Samantha and all that.
Okay.
Like they don't go in it, but they know the area. So I'm assuming that's what it was. Like these tribe people start digging there, and they're like, "Hey, there's some people there. We probably should check that out."
Oh, then I must have assumed wrong, because my assumption was that the wrong group coincidentally met those guys, the cult, or not the cult, received a signal that something was going down. They went there, and they might be right. It could have been during their night watch, just checking the area, and they happened to be at the arena. But if it wasn't
they literally could have gotten an SOS from this group that's dying. Like, it could have been something like that even.
But part of me feels like someone was
while they were already out.
Because what are the chances of Nakoma sitting there and waiting, watching for them?
Oh, Nakoma's by accident.
Nakoma's by accident?
Yeah.
I guess you're right.
I thought Nakoma picked up the SOS
From the first group.
the squad. Yeah.
Yeah, from the first group, probably.
Yeah, I just feel something funky went down in that. And
I think he's asking about the first group. How did the first group of Westport?
And that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
The first group literally might have shown up there because what if the people that were digging threw out an SOS?
Yeah, that's what you were saying, right?
While they were dying or something like that. And so while the Westport soldiers were out doing their mission, they happened to be close enough to pick it up, went there to investigate, and then everything happened.
No, my theory is the Westport people, because Dunbar was close there, and CJ knows that area and close by. They have like cameras or sensors around that area, so they know like, hey, someone entered this area, and we know that area is hot, because that's where ink spot and someone's digging it. So they went there and checked it, and they got attacked too.
Yeah, both of you guys' theories kind of
probably more likely. But yeah.
But I like the Nakoma thing where they threw an SOS to help, and then Nakoma got it too. So now Nick told her about Cole, which is interesting now, knowing what we know early on. Tanya asked about the followers. Nick explained, except for Alvin, who still didn't survive. All of them passed in that area. I listened to that, and I sent you guys the Spotify for that episode, the timestamp. They did say the director needed all of these, so yeah, it makes sense. Noha, huh?
I was gonna say, didn't we mention that in last week's?
Yeah, we weren't. Remember last week we weren't sure.
I thought last week is when we watched that video or listened to that.
No, it was I was driving and I sent you guys. Hey, people.
You weren't driving.
Huh?
Never mind.
Oh my gosh. Noha kept
trying to get you back there, but apparently not. Sorry.
Noha kept smelling Nick. Tanya said she's smelling something deeper or something else. Yes, we know. Or something she knows. Nick said, "Grandma, you like taunting us." And then I said, this is what I said. When he said, "Grandma, you keep taunting us. You keep taunting us." And then I said, "Yeah, Nick, we feel you. We know someone who's like that." Right, Casey?
Right?
Yeah? You keep taunting us.
What's that like?
With all this information. You're like, "No, just wait. Just wait." Yeah, exactly. What's that like, he said. They're going to 750 feet deep and spread for miles. That goes all the way to Republic. Holy smokes. Now they got to the airlock. They have to go through the double doors. Nick said, it's like, this is it? No, this is just the airlock. You have to go through those double doors. And then Nick said, "After you." And I said, "Wimp." Now they got into the big room. Dude, did you guys notice the reverb in this audio while they were in the big room? It's
I think
incredible.
so.
Yeah,
You
can
tell
tell
they were in the cave, kind of, or get that vibe.
Yeah, and
That
like
was
in the
good.
big
That
room.
was good.
I
It was
definitely
good.
put myself in that position, and it was really cool seeing the
Yeah.
just I felt like I was there in the cave with them,
Right.
with the way that they were describing it.
Right. Casey, did you take that tour? Did you go to Lichigi and took the tour?
And go that deep.
Yeah, go that deep. Yeah. Now Tanya is hoping that Nick will understand the infected. We see the contrast between Friedrich and Tanya. This is that part. It's understanding the infected, and then from Friedrich, it's like, nope, we want to eradicate them because they're the real enemy. But Tanya said, no, this is not. So you can see the contrast between the two of them. Now they got to where they were going. Noha said, home. We found out that that's where the first infected was.
How is it that we can still breathe down here? Doesn't feel thin at all. There must be like a microclimate almost with an airflow.
There is, through most of these caverns. But when I first came down here into Tacht, it was difficult to breathe. Most of the air vents they designed had collapsed or were sealed.
They were that advanced?
Very, very advanced, especially for their time. There's freshwater pools you can still drink from, fungus rooms for food growth. Even found an area for what I think was for fermentation.
Bunch of drunk mole people.
Have you figured out how old this place is?
As far as I can tell, tens of thousands of years old.
Really? Huh. But how can you know?
Some of the remains I found match the fossil records of archaic humans.
Wait, then the first infected were Homo sapiens?
Yes. It explains a lot.
For so long.
Now, I said in here that this is the very first question we have all asked: the origin or the lore of the infected. Now, this whole cave thing reminds me of the infected Nick fought in Prim before he got out. Remember when he was saving Vincent with that queen, right? All of them are in the cave too.
Yep.
In the Prim,
It's
snow area.
it's a very neutral.
Yeah.
It's a very neutral territory for them just being in caves.
Right.
Yeah.
And it makes sense now because we find out that all those information just got passed around. Like you have to be in the
They
cave.
literally had an ancient civilization about living in caves.
Yeah,
like,
exactly. No, absolutely. When she looked at the symbols, something is happening to her. Reminds me of Datu and what happened to Datu.
Yeah.
Because he said every time he looks at that symbol, my head hurts. Yep. And this is so interesting. Will said that they made a sculpture of themselves. They're carving a sculpture of themselves. That's interesting. Tanya explained how the ecosystem in the tunnel works. And then I put it in here. Now, think about this, right? The juxtaposition on how the infected made a civilization.
Kudos, by the way.
Thank you. I use that word all the time. But of going down in a tunnel underground and that have their own civilization. And what do we know that has another civilization underground? The Atlas have
Lizard
their own.
people.
Right. The Atlas.
The lizard people.
Atlas has their own civilization underground, and both the people that are underground are neutral, while the people above the ground are fighting each other and trying to kill the people that are underground, both the infected and the people. Like you got the Westport, yeah.
They're not really neutral. I mean, they were fighting for themselves.
No. I'm talking about the Atlants now. That
Yeah.
are underground.
Yeah.
They are safe and they just want to stay there. They just want to live.
But they'll defend themselves.
They're just safe. They just want to stay there.
Yeah, they just
will
wanna-
defend themselves. But
Yeah.
so will probably these infected. They'll probably protect themselves too.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
if they start getting attacked.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the people that
They
are
just
above
don't
ground.
want to.
And then the
The
people.
Atlans probably don't want to fight anymore. They're probably just like,
Right.
let us live and die.
Yeah.
like,
Yeah. Just let us live and die. That's it.
let us live and die.
Yeah.
Let us just be.
We already made our grave. We're just
Yeah.
gonna die.
And then every single one of those people above the ground, whether
underground.
Westport, UA/Republic, and Prim, which is Cole's people, are like trying to kill each other, including the people and infected that are under the ground.
Yeah.
Do we remember where the Atlas is?
It's somewhere.
Oh shoot, hold on. Casey actually posted something recently.
It's in Nevada, right? Like in the
on
deserts of Nevada.
Facebook.
And he did.
Um,
He did. He posted that video.
and I'm gonna be getting one of these.
Well, I'm just trying to figure out how close it is to
Prim?
Lechuguilla.
Oh, probably far.
That's far apart because that's New Mexico.
Yeah.
That's probably what, a
He recently
state
posted
over?
some posters,
Two
which are
states
the
over.
maps of the continental U.S. as it is.
Yes, I do remember that.
Now, I think
So the Atlas. Okay, so the Atlas is southeast of Fort Irwin, which is like directly east. Like they're basically directly east of Westport right now. But
Irwin. Okay.
like just south of Prim. So here, I'll send you this screenshot so you guys can see what I'm seeing.
Oh, that's right. He did a promotion and.
Yeah, dude, I am getting both of these as soon as I get paid. As soon as I get paid, they're both mine. I love these so much. And guess what? They're gonna be on the wall right behind my computer, so I can look at them.
Shoot.
This
was
is a
my
good
idea.
opportunity. This is a good opportunity for you who's watching and listening to this podcast. Go to We're Alive website and you can go to their shop and buy some stuff that they have in there. They're
All their
amazing.
merch.
If you want to support We're Alive and you want to wear them, keep them hanging on the wall, buy them. Go to We're Alive website and go to their shop and you'll find a bunch of stuff in there. They're great. They're great.
There's a lot of good stuff.
Yes. So now I think where you were going was because the tunnel, I believe the tunnel goes all because I mean the gas leaked all the way to LA, so that tunnel gotta go all the way to LA.
There are maybe, but there are also different tunnels. If this was an ancient civilization,
yeah.
they could have had several
Yeah.
pockets. Because they also talk about it happened in Detroit, if I remember. Like in Michigan,
Right.
they
So
had
there's-
some of these leaks.
Well,
like some
she
of these
also
outbreaks and
said
stuff.
that she had tunnels going into the Republic
Yeah.
cities.
Yep.
And so they stretch for a long way.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, she's, I mean, Lechugia, how far did I say that in real life, give me 1 second, Lechugia. That's the plant. I needed your cave.
It's a plant.
It extends over 145 miles and reaches a depth of 1,600 feet.
Holy smokes.
So 145 miles is insane, and that's just real life. So taking that information, that probably goes further. That's just the discovered,
yeah.
you know, aspect of it right now. That's a long way.
100 miles.
I say, but here's the thing. Like, that was in New Mexico, right? And so, and the Republic is just in. Oh yeah, it's literally just outside of the Republic. It's actually in that screenshot I sent you.
Yeah.
Or yeah, it's in that
What
screenshot. I sent
screenshot?
you.
Oh,
I
My-
sent it directly to you actually,
to me?
Jay, because you're the one that normally has that pulled up.
I do. What, oh, did you? Yeah, my Discord was closed.
Discord.
Sorry,
Yeah.
Yep.
that's updating.
It is far. However, I don't think
It's
Atlas is-
literally right outside of Westport.
right.
Or
However,
no, I'm sorry, the Republic.
I don't think Atlas is that deep.
No, I don't think it's nearly as deep.
Yeah.
It's several. Well, they say it's several stories though.
Yeah, but it's not at least 650 feet.
So Atlas is south of Fort Irwin in California.
Correct. And then southeast is the Liberty province, and if you keep going east, you'll see Justice, and east of that is Lechugia.
Yo, what if?
Okay.
Oh no!
What if?
No.
What if all these
Stop the
Atlas
brain blast.
it starts digging and find a gas leak, and all of Atlas turned?
Well, I was wondering if Lechugia
No,
reached that
leave
far.
Alex and Dot alone.
But I was wondering if it reached that far. But even Lechugia Cave from Prim is 728 miles. So
No,
Yeah.
but seriously though, like Dot and Alex happened to be at Westport. They went to Westport with Grant and Gloria. It came back to Atlas.
Oh,
a bunch of
no.
infected in there.
That would be so sad, man.
That's a sad story for Atlas. Imagine leaving Prim as a slave. You went to Atlas, turned such a
Literally
awful,
in your own coffin.
awful
Like,
life.
insane.
It's insane.
Insane.
It's like they went down. It's like, where's the light? Why is the light off?
All right.
Where's everyone? Okay.
Oh, Hackberry. I can look up Hackberry.
Now, they concluded or they theorized that the first infected are Homo sapiens, so they go like way back. And then we find out that they eat mushrooms, and at times Tanya too. Tanya, ate mushrooms, and that's one of her food. I love that they offered food to Nick, and Nick said no. You can hear the infected disappointment.
It's funny that the infected definitely gave some emotion in
Yeah.
what they were saying. So
Yeah. Even Noha in the way she speaks. Tanya mentioned that ink grew the same mushroom. Now, question: have they mentioned ink to Will? Because they've been saying ink, but I don't remember them mentioning ink to Will. And Will's like never ask, like, who the heck is this?
I would assume
ink?
they know ink because the story that they told. Yeah, the way
Most people know about the story of survival.
Yeah.
Oh,
And ink's all over the story of survival.
that makes sense. Okay, that makes sense. Now they went in there and they found some remains. Here comes the gas. It was 40 feet hole. Or a bunch of bones. It's 40 feet hole, and they have been piling up dead bodies there. This is where all the infection started, or one like it. They are heading to the next room, and Noha saw the symbol above the door, or ink symbol. Tanya said that this is a mark of royalty, leaders, and empowers. However, some of them only follows this because he got diluted by people putting all that marks everywhere. And they went to the next room.
Whoa. Yeah, I'd say so. Oh, the wall's completely covered. Stretches the whole hallway. These look like people here. And are these mushrooms? So many details. These here really remind me of hieroglyphics, but simpler.
And older than that. This is their entire written history in one place. Down here, there wasn't anything to erode it. Their symbols have been completely preserved.
You took pictures, right? Or rubbings of the marks?
I have documented all of it. But nothing serves this justice like standing in its presence.
Do you know what it all means?
Noha has helped considerably with that. She has been my Rosetta Stone.
Whoa, Grandma. We need to get her out of here.
No, not yet.
Look, Grandma, I can see all of this later.
I have waited long enough. You wanted me to explain. This is our history, as much as it is theirs.
In this next room, they saw the entire history written on the wall because, they went to separate rooms in this area. Mm-hmm. And then when they got in there, you can see Tanya. You can hear Tanya acting up again. And I said this while listening. I said, Tanya, stop acting up. We want to know what's going on in here. Lock it up, girl.
I know.
Put your act together.
Put your act together. Come on, dude. Now everything.
I think she's hurting straight up though.
Oh yeah, 100%. Absolutely. We can tell, especially towards
Will
the end.
kind of hinted that. Like,
Yeah.
Will I think made the strongest point to that. It's like you're immune unless your antibodies basically get an overload.
Yep.
And like he like said it, and I just imagine him looking over at her like.
The viral infection is capping up for sure. And then Tanya said that everything starts on the right part of the wall. She said that they all lived in peace underground. The Koinak are harmonized species and dug up the walls, or dug up everything. There's other Koinak or ancients who lives along the Pacific, and this makes more sense about what happened in Story of Survival and all that gas thing. This might be the other Koinak or the other ancients. Knowledge and skills we find out are passed along when they die. There's some of the hieroglyphics that's from a dead person or dead infected or dead people Koinak. Their head will be transferred to the living Koinak, and that's how it get passed along. Everything was great until the Fire Nation attacked. I'm just kidding.
Oh, wait, wrong story.
Wrong story. They
Bringing
believe.
Pokemon into this.
Oh, what? That was good. Those are the only animes he knows. Okay, we'll have to give it to him.
Who's Digimon 2?
I was literally gonna say those Digimon.
That's so funny.
That was good.
They believe that that's the only way the only way for them to stay connected is if their remains stay with them, and this is why they kept all their dead bodies. But they didn't know that this was happening, right? They didn't know that the infected gas will affect them, I believe, right? Can we assume that?
Who didn't know that?
The Koinak.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I would definitely
ancients.
assume that,
Yeah.
especially because if it's something that's like they're immune to their own Fang or
Right,
resistant
right.
to it, or more resistant to it at least,
Yeah.
they probably wouldn't think twice about it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. A dead transferring to the head who is living together with their knowledge. It's getting transferred too. Will said broken pieces. This is amazing. It's broken pieces of genetic material under right condition. That's how it started. It's just everything is by chance. Tanya said that the chance nature of existence. And she said, she emphasized this, that it's not a virus. Those die without a host. Tanya continues that it is self-sustaining. It carries pieces of it from one to another. So in my conclusion, this is a widespread of one for all.
Of what?
He's laughing.
Nah, dude.
That's another anime thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yep.
It's a widespread of one for all. It get transferred and transferred. Yeah.
Which one?
My Hero Academia.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
know the name.
Oh, you do? Nice. But yeah,
I
so
recognize it.
that's how it's happening. So when someone died, they inhaled the gas, and all that transferred to them, including the knowledge. Which is very interesting because
Yeah, this
That's
is
how-
where I got tripped.
that's how that explains what happened to Prim. You remember when they went there, they see the arenas, like they made that, and it's like, why are so
Yeah.
they advanced? It explains from here and how everything is happening.
Yeah, and how they were able to advance so much as a civilization. It's really
Right.
cool.
Right.
Yeah.
This is, by the way, is very a unique story, origin story of an infected. I've never heard or seen anything like this anywhere else. Right?
I agree with that.
Yes.
I do.
Yeah, like zombie lore.
And I've
Yeah,
seen a
and they're
lot
not
of
zombies.
zombie
To be
stuff, a lot of
infected.
undead stuff,
Yeah.
a lot of it.
Yeah.
Or we have a name for this
This-
infected now.
Yeah. Well,
Oh yeah.
which brings me in what you said, which brings me, Michael was right all along. They're not zombies. They're infected.
Yeah.
You know?
Mm-hmm. They go along a closer route of like what The Last of Us does. Not
Yes.
exactly, of course.
Yeah, yeah, something
Because
similar.
finished
For
that.
sure.
completely fungal, but it's something
not going
more
to.
similar.
Yeah. No, 100%. 100%. So
Which is cool because I was hoping it would be something more unique like that, and so getting that confirmation is huge.
Yeah, and it will explain it here. I kind of want to mention it.
Yeah, go ahead.
It makes sense because they're not, unlike zombies. Zombies has to eat, right? Zombies has to, and that's why they eat, because they're attracted to flesh. The reason why they're chaotic, because there's so many information. Their brain got bombarded with all this past information. That's how they became chaotic.
Oh my gosh, this would almost make sense on why like the smarter you are in life, the smarter you are in
Yes.
death, because they're able to cipher through that. They might be able to cipher through some of that information better,
Right.
so
Right.
they retain more of their traits.
Yeah, and that's what.
As to where more, like the
Okay.
lower your IQ, let's say, the harder it is to cipher through all this, and it makes you more animalistic and more psycho.
That's good, because there's so many, like, one full-blown information right away in your brain. Your brain is
Yeah.
not used to that. You can handle it. So that's how you get
It's like
chaotic.
someone with ADHD having a thought for a second. You're like, everything is clear, and
Right.
then your mind starts racing at 3 miles a minute, and
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
like,
yeah,
I
yeah.
can
I
relate
was
to
thinking
that.
of something. I
Yeah.
knew it was
Or,
there.
I
I
mean-
knew it was here somewhere.
I mean, I guess one good example is if you were, like, super sheltered as a kid, and then for the first time you experience everything, like, you go all out. You know what I mean? Like, I've never experienced
Yeah.
this before.
That's-
You know what I mean?
That's
Right.
what happens with the Amish when they have their Rumspringa
yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
thing.
So and that explains. So they're not zombies. They're just chaotic because of all this information that put into them. That's how.
Yeah.
That's what happened. Yeah. That's definitely unique. This story of infected is a We're Alive unique lore.
I love it. I love this so
I do
much.
too. I do too.
Yeah. You mean
So much
the
more
traits, right? The
intellectual.
passing of the traits.
The passing of the traits, everything, every
Yes.
single one of them. I mean, the only similarities that we know is they eat people. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's about it. I mean, maybe like the sound they make, but that's about it. You know?
But even the sound they make makes more sense.
All right.
You're big bum rushed with information, and so they're literally just there sitting like, but in a decayed tone.
Yeah.
And then what we find out is that they're actually just trying to pass information onto them because they're so excited that they have so much knowledge, and they're like, I want to share this with you.
And also it's like the evolution of human to them is like it stopped. Like they didn't go full human, in evolution. So they didn't learn the language. They just all their languages stopped from whatever past Homo sapiens, and because they sealed themselves. You know what I mean? And it's just by themselves. That's it.
Okay.
Now, Tanya illustrates on how humans pass down traumas and get embedded in their genes, like American Eagle.
You took the joke from me.
Gosh, I was waiting.
I was going to say something when you said genes.
Continue.
Oh, yes.
Freaking
Okay,
continue.
sorry. Nick said no one
jokes for the win.
no one specific. I love this. He said he had to say it. Nick said no one specific. And I was like, "Oh, Nick, we can tell you're Soul 2.0. Come on." and then Tanya said we get into that. Yes, we get into that. Like Tanya is like holding off this information, telling Nick, chill out, bro. I'm gonna get into that. Hold on. She said that the infection took years but adapted fairly quickly. She said that it's filled of too many past thoughts overwhelming them, and that's how they go crazy. Some of the tribes decided to leave dwelling on the land. The leaders thought the corruption was coming from the surface. That's how they sealed. That's why they sealed themselves from the outside people.
Yeah, so basically they thought that them going outside was kind of diluting them, and so
Yep. And that's what making them crazy. When Tanya said it's getting worse, you can hear the background music changing. It's like it's starting to be scary in the background music.
we need a sounding board.
As a musician, that hurt me that it came from you.
As an audio
I can't
technician,
imitate
hurt.
that sound. That was crazy
That's
sound.
why we
That
need
was
an audio board.
Now you can see in their hieroglyphic it says that they etched two figures. One who went to the surface, and second an entire black that possesses mark of ink with several more lines. And then one leader, Mahak, to rule them all. Nick and Tanya as the people who left, and ink as the other figure.
So it's basically the side who claimed the royalty, because they said that this symbol represented royalty and respect.
Yeah.
Which also is why the infected feared it, is because royalty. Ta-da. So that made a lot more sense, because it's like before they're like, oh, it means something. What does it mean? Well, now they're like, oh, it means straight up royalty.
Yeah.
The people that donned this sigil were royalty. They were like the kings, basically, of this civilization. So it's like, cool. That makes so much more sense on why he was able to command these people who inherited all these thoughts, even if they weren't like the smartest infecteds. They're like, no, they basically got all the psycho scared out of them, and now they're under control. And then, so saying that, and then the Tink's ancestors, however many ways that spread out, the Tink's ancestor are the ones that left. And so that's why they're quote unquote immune. But that also leads to, I don't think Ink was immune. I think he was resistant.
Which this implies that Ink and them are related.
No,
I was going to ask.
No, I don't
Do you think that Ink, although he was not related to the ancestors, he took advantage of all the information?
By tree, all of them are related because they all came from the same tribe. They just left.
So now here's the question, though: is Ink part of
That's what
the
I'm
one
asking.
that left? Yeah, is Ink on the side that left, and Cole is the side that stayed?
Yeah.
No, Cole is
Yeah,
definitely the
that's
one
where-
that stayed.
Yeah.
But
No,
are you
I know,
asking
but,
if
but
Ink-
my point is, does that mean that Ink isn't Cole's father like we initially thought.
No, so what Tanya was saying that Ink dug up his own cave and Cole found that opening.
Yes.
Yep. So Ink did not create Cole. Cole just found that opening.
Okay,
So it was just
that's
pure
where
chance.
I wanted clarification.
Yeah.
Because initially, like we've been saying forever,
Yeah.
that this was the one that Ink created.
Mm-hmm.
So what if Ink created something else?
Yeah.
Because he was creating stuff for sure.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So what if he created something else? Because the roar sounded so much louder and so much more like almost like dinosaur-y.
Right.
And what if this guy was just down there with him?
What if Ink
Like,
didn't
and that's
create
all it was.
anything?
No, Ink was creating something.
Well, he was creating things, but what if we already know everything he's created? What if he didn't create anything else that was big?
Well,
Yeah, and that's very possible.
yeah.
He may have just been down
may
there
never
doing
know
his
that.
studies, and Cole came through,
And Cole
or
was the
Well,
they
'cause
were
based on-
digging,
Mistaken
looking
as-
for
Based
more
on what-
stuff, and
Soul was screaming. Michael, you're right.
But Saul might have literally seen Cole. I don't think Cole was the one that was
No.
there though, because I think whatever it was is long
Something.
dead.
No, but
I think it got blown
But that's the thing. I don't think Ink and Cole met. I don't think they met because if they met, I think Cole would have turned
Okay.
Ink. I don't think
you-
they met.
All right. So do you think that
Maybe.
the explosion took out what was intended that Ink created, but
Yes.
because of that explosion, that
Cole found it.
yes,
Yeah, Cole found it. Yeah, and then
That I think is the most likely
100%.
scenario.
100%.
Well, that defeats my thought. I just thought that all this time Cole was the ringleader, and like Ink just happened to dig deep in the hole and come across Cole and tell him what to do.
Yeah, but with the ability of Cole, I think he would have went out. If that was the case, Cole would go out and infect everyone, like what he's doing right now.
And what if the several lines that make it different from Ink's symbol,
that's
the one
true.
that Ink, because don't forget, Ink found this. He randomly found this symbol.
Yeah, and in the book.
So he basically was a fake royal,
Yeah,
and Cole is a true royal.
yeah.
And
Well,
so
'cause-
what
'cause-
if like the lines represent almost like authority levels?
Right. Because remember
So
in the story of Survival, Ink was putting marks all over him. That's in
Yeah,
different,
that's why he was inked,
different
is because
kingdoms.
he had everything.
Because he's so scared, and then I think he happened to come across this symbol,
Exactly.
and
That
he
is
knew
exactly
like,
it.
oh, this infected are scared of this, so I'm gonna keep it.
But he had all those tattoos
Well-
before infection.
Right, because he's so scared.
Right.
Yeah.
Eventually, he learned, and so that's why like there was the one moment with one of the infected or whatever. He like tried to flash I think it was against one of the big ones.
Yeah. Yeah.
He flashed the symbol showing like, look, I have the protection
I
mark.
see. Okay.
Yeah.
Although he might have at this time learned that it meant royalty, but he's like, the protection mark, and the big one said, "Nah, f that." Bam.
Yeah. Well, because those ones he created those, the big ones.
Yes,
Yeah.
and they were so decayed mentally that they couldn't handle it.
So
Right.
did
Well-
he not inherit any of the information from the ancestors then?
Oh, he definitely did. Because he's
that's-
also infected. Yeah.
That's what. That's what I thought.
But his intelligence could lead into him having more control. I mean, he had the green eyes.
He got the green eyes.
So you think he just took advantage of all the information that he had?
100%. That's why
Yes.
he's making his own infected.
Because think about it, it's a sociopath met with great amount of information.
yeah.
Then he should have known the digger he digged. The deeper
He dug.
We're so
The
deep.
digger he dug.
I'm sorry, that
Why is the guy missing part of his brain correcting
The
tonight?
digger he did. What's going on with this episode?
The deeper he
I
digged,
started this. I'm so sorry. I started
the
this.
deeper he digged.
The
So
deeper
that
he dug.
was horrible.
For those of you with English degrees, go gentle on us.
No, why is the guy
know
with
you
missing
are.
part of his brain correcting? This is a problem.
Okay, he should have.
your
What I'm
turn
saying,
coming.
that he should have known the deeper
No.
that he went down, he would have come across one of them networks of tunnels.
But what if that was his goal all along?
Yeah.
What if he was trying
He's
to get
going
deeper
back
for the more
to-
knowledge and stuff like that?
Right.
Yeah, he's getting back to the ancestor knowledge that he inherited. He's getting closer to all of that.
Which is
Which why he's
to,
instructing them to dig tunnels the way that they did it.
which leads to my
They strictly
original
talk about
thought that I mean it's a long shot. It's that he might have met with Cole.
I don't see. I have a hard time believing that.
Yeah, but yeah, that's right because. Yeah, I see why.
Even if it was like an encounter with him and not working together, but an encounter with him, that would be very fascinating because that would add an entirely new layer to things. What if, like, for a lot of it, like once he went underground, what if the reason he worked from underground because he became Cole's Randy kind of thing?
Yeah.
Like, what if he became like a second, like the right hand of
Right.
this royalty? So that would just create an interesting dynamic. I don't think I believe that.
Yeah, because
But I 100% think that you're right, Walker. That would be super cool, and I would really like to see that.
Because, like I said, knowing
from
Cole and what he did to Buffalo Bill and Fredo, I think he would have turned ink.
Actually, that makes sense.
Well, because of the clarity and stuff, he could have just been, and it could have been in earlier stages. He could have been.
Yeah,
this,
that's true.
It could be because Ink that he does this, because he's like, I had like an understanding control before. Now I'm taking a power control, and that could have been his dynamic shift.
I don't know. I feel like Cole is like a.
I'm playing devil's advocate. For this.
I get it.
I don't believe that.
Yeah, that's
but
very
I
unlikely
think that
because
there's
what you said.
enough there
Right.
to make it at least like a distant argument.
Now, going back and agreeing with going back to his original ancient roots with the tunnels, because remember when Datu got infected, they went in the tunnel, and then Michael was like, when he started following Datu in the cave, and then he ended up in the arena. Wait, I know this place. Where the arena? And that's where the tunnels and connecting tunnels are going. Yeah. And that's when we find out how Ink was traveling, which makes so much sense now, knowing what we know in this episode.
Do you think that's how the little ones got to?
Oh no,
Boulder?
absolutely not. Oh. The little ones like traveled.
Scattered.
Yeah,
they just ran.
Yeah, they just ran.
Gosh, that pitter patter of those feet. Still.
Yes, yes. Okay, so this is where my note ended. This is towards the end, anyways. This is when Nick everything started to click in his head. Like, you sent me there, and then everyone got attacked and things like that, and then
this might be his most rational crash out.
Right.
I agree with that.
100%.
Because this is the first time when he's had such a drastic, like, emotional flip where I'm like, no. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right on this. Like,
Yeah.
I think you're going too hard, but also you're still young. So this is 100% correct.
Right. Well, if it wasn't because of that, they wouldn't have been in Prim. You know what I mean? If it wasn't
they wouldn't
because
have
of
been
that.
in Prim.
Yeah.
Lisa wouldn't have died.
Yeah.
The entire city of Prim wouldn't have died. Like how many thousands of lives were lost because of this one action?
One theory.
Yeah. I mean, granted, Tanya wouldn't have known about Cole, but still knowing the risk.
It's not entirely her fault, but
right.
yeah,
but knowing, and like what Nick said, you knew the risk. You knew that something is there, and you still sent me there. You know what I mean?
She took an insane gamble,
and
it 100% came up against her.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, this could have gone very well or very bad, and now she sees what way that rolled up. And she's like, oh my gosh, all these people I cared about, like Alvin, like, I cared about him, like, all these people that I cared about and, like, were really important to me. They're all gone.
They're all gone.
Because of this one action, they're all gone.
Yeah.
Because for all we know, because of the chaos that happened with this group leaving, that's why Michael ended up alone and why that happened. Like, so it's like all of these things.
Absolutely.
Back to back to back to back.
Yeah.
All could have started literally with this journal being fed to him to tell him to go to this point.
Yeah, because he even told Pegs, I'm sorry that I left you, and he started to blame himself because of what happened to Michael. So definitely Nick is thinking about that, you know?
Yeah, I would have 100% blamed myself too, because here's the thing. He forced a fake mission to go to this place that he has no evidence on what the frick it is.
Yeah.
Because of curiosity. Like, no reason he should have done it. But he did it because curiosity got him.
Curiosity killed the cat. Or
Tanya,
Lisa.
Or peg
But
So he
Tanya,
could have said
and Tanya
no.
knows how to lure people very well. Just enough information, just enough connecting points to be like, yeah, now you'll come. And so he bought it hook, line, and sinker, and that was it, all over.
Right.
So he could have just neglected it.
Yeah, knowing Nick, there's no way.
So part
So I
of
gotta
it,
ask
he
now.
has a fault.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, 100%.
Yeah.
So now I gotta ask,
Uh-huh.
how do we think the next episode's gonna start? The way that it fades out, the way that it did, going into that like dreamlike state of Tanya potentially turning, kind of like that's what it feels like it's trying to egg toward.
Yeah, that's pretty much what happened.
That she's
where he
fading?
stopped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she just hears everyone in a distance, like they're so far away now.
Yeah, which is how it's always described when somebody is turning slow. They talk about like they're getting put in like a back seat to their own life, like their own body, their own vision and stuff.
Which answers the question of how Alvin knew. You know how he was fighting the guy inside the room? Says, "I heard when you turn, it hurts." You know, when they were in doing that little mission to.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, he was in the room to control the doors to break everything up.
Yeah.
So it makes a lot of sense now how Alvin knew how painful it is to turn.
Yeah, because he's literally been working with someone who's been turning for years.
Yeah. It's
That
true.
makes sense.
It's true.
can
That's
see that.
good. That's good.
I just don't know me right now.
Yeah, and even Tanya
that's a good
said,
point.
he knew you're important. He knew there's something important about you. I mean, because he found out eventually that he's immune, right?
Yeah,
Not
because
early on.
he by chance discovered the journal that Nick had.
Right. And that's when he's like, "Hey, you gotta go." It's probably like there's no way you're not related to Tanya. You know what I mean? You gotta be
well,
related.
and here's the thing.
Yeah.
He
You're
100%
black.
knew about the mission. He knew. Gosh. He knew about the mission. He knew that she was he probably knew that she was sending the journal to
Makes
him.
sense. They were under the sun.
Yeah.
He was probably in on all of it. The way that she sounded, it sounded like she was like almost like the new Michael.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
you're my new right hand because I lost my family.
Yes.
So you're my family now.
Yes.
You're
Yep.
someone that's fascinated with all of this like I am. But yeah.
Now, if
Do we
she
think
turns,
she's gonna turn?
well, if she turns though, what's gonna happen? Do you think she's a pacifist?
That's the thing I'm most curious about. What if she goes crazy?
Yeah,
She's so smart, so everything points to where she should have control.
yeah
Should.
And that starts leading into the question of, because of how everything's built up and the way Casey does this, who's putting her down?
Yeah, or I think the pacifist will pin her down or put her somewhere.
I honestly think
Yeah.
that he will leave her in the cave, and that the pacifists will kind of bring them in with her because they call her mother,
Yeah.
And so
If
she already has
this
some
is the theory
experience
that
down
if
there.
she turns, yeah,
Yeah,
Yes.
that's
Yeah.
true.
I'm afraid that like the pacifist is gonna be the one. I can't remember her name right now.
Noha.
No.
Noha is gonna be the one to do it.
Oh,
Like either she's gonna do it or she's gonna die from it.
yeah.
Like I feel like it has to go one of those two ways.
Okay.
And I'm so scared of
To
that
put,
because I love
you mean
Noha already.
putting Tanya down?
Yeah, and they
Yeah.
both die. They end up both dying. That's in the theory that if she turns, but
That would be so tragic. That would be the most heartbreaking way it would go.
Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if we actually didn't start the next episode right here. Even though it's
I don't
a
think so,
multi-parter, I think it would be hilarious if we went back to
the family.
We're
It's
going
dwelling
back
in
to the
past.
family,
right,
man.
in that moment.
Yeah, because it's
going
dwelling in
back
the
to
past.
family.
That's where we're going, bro.
Because
Come on.
this cliffhanger would be so intense.
Yeah.
We would just be waiting
Bro,
for
I'm gonna
it.
punch my monitor if I start the next episode and we're over there.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm gonna punch my monitor.
Yeah.
I never thought that I would hear Ace say that he was going to be upset that we went to a storyline about the family.
Bro, you can't drop all this freaking lore, go into such a cliffhanger and be like, Now stay tuned
So-
for
Stay
3 weeks
tuned
from
for
now
3 episodes,
on
yeah.
Dragon Ball Z.
No, cause okay, so have you guys looked at the next episodes after this? The title?
No.
Nope, I try to keep everything fresh.
Oh man.
Oh, you do? Do you want me to tell you though?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, tell me the next one. Don't tell me what comes after.
Oh no! Just the next one. So
Yeah, just the next one.
the next.
And then let's wrap.
The next episode title is "The Angel of Death."
Oh,
Son of a!
But we're not done with this.
We have one
set,
more
right?
after this.
Yeah,
so
we have
Duel
one
in
more
the Past,
set.
and then Angel of Death. So
Oh, I was about to
What?
fight, dude. I was about to fight.
It could be a transition episode then.
Ooh, this is a heavy one.
But with that
need
being
to-
said, I'd be willing to bet that he's going to finish off this part of this storyline, at least to some degree, have some kind of closure, and then we're going to jump to the next episode or the
Whole
next.
other part where we're gonna be here. I think we're gonna get like, I think it's gonna be like a resolution with a cliffhanger.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be like, I think it's gonna be a conclusion similar. Oh gosh, I hope this isn't a bad omen, but something like how the hospital was, how that had a cliffhanger in Story of Survival.
Yeah.
Where it's like somebody died and it was like a super tragic, like cliffhanger because you had to like wait for everyone to get to them, but you know what happened. I'm like I said, I hope this isn't an omen, but
No, but what I was gonna say is, what if the cliffhanger is she turned and attacked Will, and then we go to the family
my
story?
gosh.
then I'm punching 2 of
We
my
have no
monitors.
idea what's going on.
No.
We don't go. We have no
I'm
idea.
not
do
having to
that.
go shopping.
All of
Casey,
this
don't
are-
do that.
All of this are just
I would laugh
assumptions.
if Casey messed with us.
I mean, it's
Sent
already
the
done,
wrong
but oh my
episode
God.
this week.
Exactly.
He actually sends like 2 episodes ahead, and then like the next day he's like, "Oh, sorry guys, I sent you the wrong one."
Okay, so before we end, do you guys have anything to talk about? We're gonna read just some of the YouTube comments, and then we can go. Anything else? So many information.
Yeah, it
Golly,
was.
so
Yeah.
satisfying.
Nothing
This
else. I think we
episode
went through all my stuff. Yeah.
is so satisfying, dude.
Yeah, it was interesting.
It was when I first heard that, listened to the episode. I was so happy about all the information. At the same time, I was sad. I was like, "Oh, now it's been revealed, so
Yeah.
it's really closing. We're coming to a close soon."
Yeah, I feel like I had a shot of endorphins. Oh,
I was really happy and sad.
so good.
Yeah.
It's so good.
But
it was good.
Overall, good.
All right.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Okay, so comment. Casey said that I will confirm that they didn't have any connection. Really, they were random. So to create the buffer, not to shoot down ideas, but I will confirm. And I'm thinking. I think he's talking about the girl that passed the book, the notebook. Yep.
I don't remember. I tried to look up what it was and I couldn't.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what it
in-between.
was. Yeah.
The girl that gave Nick the.
Yeah, the girl. It was the girl. Yeah. Casey said that they're just random.
Okay.
Okay. So, Casey said about the 13 bytes. Do I have a reason for the number?
Yes, he does.
Makes sense now.
yeah.
Also, remember my running theory of the ending of We're Alive is Tanya's army versus Cole's army.
Yeah.
It's starting to make a lot of sense now, except it's Nick's army and Cole's army. Yeah, that is the end of We're Alive.
That is good.
That's the war.
That is fun.
Knowing now what we know,
That's gonna.
yeah.
Right.
Casey said that kids can be snorers at any age. They're growing at various rates. And he was editing when he listened to our episode.
Yeah, he took a break.
He did take a break. Omero said that the detail that went into the car scene was amazing. It's so true though. The detail in that with Dean, it's so good.
agree.
Yeah.
I loved it.
He also said
That's one of my favorite short scenes of the whole
it was
series.
good.
absolutely, like we were there, and we weren't even watching it. We were just listening to it. We were there. It was great.
Yeah.
He also said that, yay, finally someone else having the same theory as me. Also, I remember reading something like this somewhere. Considering how much she spent in the field, it's very possible that she may interacted or at least seen Bill. And I'm going to get a read on Patreon journals again. I think something was there. It's been a while since I get reread those. Edit. Also, I think Bill really says Nicholas in chapter 3.3 ending, if I remember the chapter name correctly. If this is true, I'll be blown away. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Crazy.
what an episode. Holy smokes. That 1 hour is so worth it.
I know. I
Every
agree.
single one of them.
I gotta re-listen to it.
What?
though.
Yeah, I do too.
It's
All
so
that
good.
lore was a lot. It's like
It was a lot. Yeah, and it's like so Casey, when you wrote this Descendants, especially like the second and the third, sorry, when you wrote Story Survival, do you already know that this is what you're gonna do with Descendants? Like this is what you know is gonna be the lore.
I
of
think
the
he
whole
said.
thing?
I think he said. Yeah, I think he said he had it all planned.
Yeah,
Or at least most of it. Yeah.
Yeah, because I was thinking, you know, with what I said earlier about how two underground species are at peace.
Yeah.
Dude, putting a Gold Rush story and knowing that, it makes like it's so good. It was so good. And now knowing what we know now, the fight between Saul and Ink in the last part of Story Survival, chef's kiss. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it's the fight of the two different. If we think, you know, if we assume that Ink is in the other group,
Right.
not Saul's, you know, family. It's like they from generations to generations they've been fighting. Even in that Story Survival, they fought. You know.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And now we're gonna end by them fighting again, or maybe at peace. We don't know.
Who knows?
Do you think Cole will be at peace, or do you think Cole will fight him?
I'm curious if Nick will
I'm
take
really
control of him.
curious.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because like the way that Tanya's trying to get it to go is that everything ends in peace. So
Right. Yeah.
So
that's supposedly that's the prophecy is them ending in peace.
Yeah.
We need a battle. A massive battle. Infected versus infected.
Yeah. And then the ending of this whole thing is
Green eyes versus black eyes.
they're just gonna live in harmony, where the infected lives underground and the people lives above.
It's just Michael
this-
waking up from a dream. He's still in his college.
He was in class. He was getting wake up by his professor. Hey, wake up!
Oh my gosh, that would be
was
so
good.
funny.
That's
hilarious.
crazy.
He's
Just
just asleep in class because it's so
Yeah.
boring.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
From episode 1.
Or he woke up, right? He like woke up. Oh my gosh, I was just sleeping, and then explosion.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yes.
Nah, not again.
It's like,
Oh
wait,
my gosh, that would be
Not his
amazing.
Groundhog Day crap.
Yeah, I know.
That's
Please,
wild.
please have an alternate ending, Casey. 'Cause that would be hilarious to record.
Hey, he fell asleep because he's listening to our podcast. No, he woke up and then you can hear us talking in the
Oh,
background.
okay. Okay, yeah, that would be funny.
That would be cool.
That would be cool.
Nice plug-in for us. That would be cool.
That's awesome. Anyway,
Deleted scene is what it is.
This wouldn't be counted as Hollow Earth, would it?
a Hollow
Yes.
Earth theory. This is a
Yes,
Hollow Earth
This
theory.
is a Hollow Earth,
Yep.
Earth theory.
Oh, I would have thought it would be much more deeper. I mean, this is just right in the crest.
that we know of.
Fair. These mole people.
Also, we
the
don't really
lizard
know
people.
where Hollow Earth
Lizard?
people believe that Earth, the hollow part is.
Yeah.
So,
That's true.
I mean,
true.
it's just down there somewhere. With
Anyway.
the lizard people.
If you enjoy this episode, we sure hope you enjoyed this episode because man, what an amazing informational.
We sure did.
We sure
Yeah,
did, and
definitely did.
If you hated a lot of the things that we say, please comment down below. If
you
you
hate
love
it?
if you love it, then comment down below too. And Casey, we know you're gonna listen. We know you support us and you love us, and we love you too. Thank
Well,
you
we
for.
hope you're still going to listen.
Yeah. And we hope we see you guys next week
Next week.
for the family episode.
Yes. Yes.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.